All right, game 2 here, match 2. We got some big names here. We got Dart versus Dacoops here. Great matchup. Some well-known people here. We got Dart on BJARNE and Dacoops on Justin.
Looks like they're calling out the warm-up games for each other already. This is looking to be a very heated match between these two friends.
I see a lot here. Again, these two first match is always just the blueprint of the rest of the game. There's a lot of pre-fire going on. See them all hanging back and everything. Then the final couple seconds, they're going to push in. See what happens.
Ooh, very nice shots from Dart to start it off. Now you'll see, I think I saw Dacoops shooting quite a bit downrange. With his Justin pick, that should, if Dart wasn't paying attention, that should work out for him later in the round. Again, with more pre-fire from Coops there. We see, looks like Dart is pushing towards Coops' own health pack and gets back to point in time. He gets put over him himself, but he's able to take out Coops' 2. Not Coops' 1, but very, very low on Dacoops' 1.
See a health pack steal from Dacoops at the very end there.
For this final clone here, we've got Dart staying back behind his own yellow barriers, trying to get as much fire down, but he's not able to do much, although Coops' 3 is very low here. Dart is on point with his 3, and he takes out Coops' 1 for a very nice point for Dartkiller.
And here you see one of my favorite things to watch in this game. You see a bunch of stuff going on during the whole round, and then the final 2 to 3 seconds, you see it all coming together in the very end. There's a big suspense to see who's going to be on point in the very end, and it seemed to be Dartkiller at the end here.
Looks like Coops is claiming sabotage on his own self, so we will see if he can get past that. Everybody knows that getting shot in the back of the head by your own clone is the worst thing that can happen in this game. Now, Dart pushes the point a bit earlier than Coops, and he unfortunately gets nailed down for that. But he knows that he was safe for most of that round, so he should be able to resync that clone later in this round.
One of the things you see from Dart is he's really good in that end game, this final 2 seconds when he has to get on point and clear whatever's there. You see it time and time again. He'll just sweep point over and end up on point at the very end.
These two guys are pushing up these same ramps without knowing it. It looks like Dart spotted him out, but it didn't really matter as Coops comes in blazing, taking out both of Dart's final clones, or 1 and 2, giving him a large advantage for 3 here. On Coops' 3, he's going to run up the banister on the right side. He gets the point early, but now he's backing up. He doesn't see Dart yet. Now he spots out Dart. He sees he's on his own ramp. He puts Dart down. Dart has to resync, but he does not have time to get back, and Coops takes the point.
It's a little tea party on point for the Coops at the end. See some just game awareness, trying to figure out where Dart is throughout there, and then once he does, he just prepares himself for what's coming next, takes out his 3, and then you see him just clear up his 2 and his 1, and take point at the very end.
Yeah, you're totally right on that. You'll see Coops tracking Dart the entire time. He knew where Dart was going. He knew that once he jumped off the ramp, he was going to take him out almost immediately.
As Dart says, lucky.
Now, once again, you'll see this pre-fire coming out from Coops. We'll see if that turns into something later in this round. He is able to take out Dart near the end here, with a minuscule amount of health. So we'll see if that will help him later. I know jumping off that ramp early in the round can be a bit predictable. Now, Coops decides to play this one much safer here, as does Dart. They're both playing safe. Is that a rifle I hear? No, it was not. It was just wishful thinking. Dart gets taken out on point with his 2, and his 1 is low health, but both Coops' 2, Dart's 1, both similar health levels, on point, end of the round. For our final loop here, Coops again playing in the back of his sight, just trying to, oh, he gets killed down by Dart's 1, actually. I'm not sure where those shots came from. Coops needs to resync quick, and he's not able to get back on point because of it. Dart with a beautiful clone 1 pre-fire.
Yeah, and you see barriers go flying. That's another thing in the game that just you love to see. Just everything going flying everywhere, as well as players, and just seeing what happens at the end. Because sometimes you just don't know what's going to happen, and until the lights flicker and it says we took it.
You're very right on that. You know, we haven't seen, you know, we're not looking through the player's eyes so much, but from what I've told, we haven't seen much advantage on the BJARNE side. It looks like, wow, Dart is playing around that barrel. He is just baiting Coops into shooting it, but Coops is able to stick it out and gets the point while dead, but that should help him out later in the round.
It's a risky play playing against that barrel, but I'm assuming he had a plan either way, whether he blew it up or not. But a risky
Looks
play
like he blew it
nonetheless.
up early there just to make sure that nothing came of it later in the round. He may have had a different plan going in. Oh, wow, what a great headshot from Dart. Oh, no. But Dacoops pre-fire from Justin, that is that benefit that we see from Justin. He is able to do more damage to later clones. So that final shot from Dacoops did much more damage than he was intending. Now for this final 3 here, Coops pushing up his right side, trying to play around his own health pack. He doesn't take it just yet. He's waiting to get knocked down a little bit more. He has to take it now. And they're both pushing a point around the same time. Dart is the first one to get hit. He does get hit, and that looks like a dead Tea Party on point. Wow, nobody is alive. Looks like the only clone we'll have alive will be Dacoops. Dacoops is 3 at the end, so he looks like he's at relatively high health. So that should turn out for a good OT here.
Fresh ones here, both rounds. Oh, and we're down with half health, but Dacoops is on point at the end here. But just playing to see what happens.
Just playing to see what happens. Should have, yes, everybody should be dead on point here. So we have 2 more fresh clones to play with. Both players. It looks like Coops is staying back just a bit on the ramp while Dart is pushing up a little bit farther. He gets knocked down by something. Coops coming in with a massive double headshot. Takes out both of Dart's 1 and 2, and he's got his 1 on point as well with relatively low health.
And it's going to be interesting to watch here because, like you said, Dacoops' 3 is right there on point.
He does have full health, so he should have the ability to win this out. He gets back, he gets behind. That should be the safety he needs. Now, as long as he can take out Dart's 3 early here, he does knock him down a little bit. Dart is going for the 2, though. He knows what he needs to do, but Coops knows exactly what he needs to do. Coops takes out Dart's 3 very easily and decides to clean up the point himself by taking out his own clones. Very well played from Dacoops. From Dacoops, can't pronounce any words today, and we've got a 2-2 going into round 5.
Yeah, the tie game here in the very first match between Dacoops and Dart. It's neck and neck, making it super exciting all the way through, making this final round crucial to the start of the game.
To both players, in fact. Dart and Dacoops just mouthing off to each other, making sure that they're both not nervous. I'm sure it's all good fun. Both players playing on their respective ramps, trying to just play it safe, not be too aggressive just yet. Oh, wow, what a jumping shot from Dacoops. Takes out Dart as he jumps to point.
Moves him down. Most of the time it's the other way around. When you're falling down, there's not much accuracy, so the people who are standing on the ground can usually just kind of follow you, duck hunt you down, and then...
That's correct. Now, Dart is going to rush quickly here. He knows where Coops' 1 is. Oh, but he rushed too far. He got hit down quick. He's going to have to go back to resync. Coops knows where it resynced, but it doesn't matter as Dart's able to take out his 2. Dart does not get the point. But Coops' 1 is on point, so he's got the advantage going into this final clone. And for their 3s here, they're both going to push up. Looks like Dart on the ramp and Coops across the map. Coops going for an aggressive health pack steal. They're playing around the barrier now. Dart knows that he can take Coops' pack on the other side of the map, but it's not going to matter for Dart as there are way too many clones to kill. Congratulations to Dacoops for the first game win.
Coops taking the first game. And you just see he's very speedy throughout the entire thing, kind of hard track sometimes, going around the map, switching it up at the very end, going for the health pack steal, pushing it the last second. You just see him take the game there. The first match. All right, we will be back with game 2 shortly. All right, beginning off here, match 2 of this rivalry between Dacoops and Dart. 1-0 currently in Dacoops' favor. We're going to see if Dart is going to pull out here and try and tie up the game, send it to a game 3.
Wow, and Dacoops starting off strong with a beautiful pun. I don't think that will help him win, but I think he thinks that it does. So we'll see what happens with that. After the
The
terrible
fun game shown.
pronunciation on our part from BJARNE to BJARNE, I'm sure this game is in. Never mind. Now, on this first point here, we see a pretty basic movement here. They both seem to say pretty protected. Do you, I'll be honest, when I play, I tend to push past that 50% line. Is that why I'm losing?
I mean, it could be. You see a lot of times the pros will just stay back, see what's happening before they move in. Hardly ever push past a 50% point until the very final seconds.
I think you're right there. Both players knew they were both on the same ramp there and tried to do a little pre-fire on each other, but Dart is able to come out on top there with he's able to see Coops through these walls. It's really giving him that advantage. Now for this final clone here, Dart pushes up similar to his 2. He goes farther, actually. He's going up the banister. He's trying to take out Coops' 2. He almost does, but he gets knocked down quite a bit for it. Now Coops is having to deal with the 3, but oh no, Coops gets taken down by his own 2. And it looks like Dart is going to take that point quite nicely.
Dart came in with a strong first point here, saying, I'm not gonna let it go that easy. I'm here to win, and I'm not letting anybody stand in my way.
No, sir. And he will take those wins from Coops' own clones. It does not matter to him. Now, I'm assuming we'll see pre-fire. Yeah, we'll see pre-fire from both players here. You know, with the BJARNE trying to get as much damage as possible so he can see his opponent, while Justin is really just trying to get that damage in for the later rounds. Coops able to take out Dart at the end of that round there.
A low health battle there. You saw Dart just take him down to half health, bring him down to a quarter, and then Coops just dinked him a little bit more and took point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what a beautiful shot from the Coops there, taking Dart's 2 down very low. That could have been pre-fire if I'm not mistaken. Now Coops now has very heavy control of the point here with this 1 and 2. Well, I'm gonna check out to see if that was actually pre-fire on Dart's 2. It looks, I wasn't able to spot it there, but we'll see for this final round. So Coops decides to push up the right side. No, he's switching it up, going left. They're both on the same side. Coops is now standing out in the open. He sees Dart. They both hop to the other side. Coops takes the health pack late, and to avoid that OT strat, and all he's got to do is take out Dart's 3, and he does. What a beautiful point from the Coops.
See those passes coming into play. I mean, you can't. Justin's ability is hard to see because of the way it's laid out, but you see that pre-fire really just doing wonders for Dacoops throughout the game, just to get him the point in the end.
Yeah, that chip damage that he's able to do with Justin is able to really give him an advantage when he gets to that final point. So now we are at the third round here. What do you expect to see from these two players? Do you see aggression? What do we see?
I see aggression in the final couple seconds. Just again, that push in that 90% of the game happens in those last 3 seconds, and then just the rest of it just staying back, watching what's going to happen, assessing the situation in the very end, acting on it.
Very much so. Very much so. And for these 2s, it looks like they're both going up their same ramps here. Dart is looking for that shot on Coops, but Coops is not going to give him the spot. Dart is able to take out the 1, but doesn't know that Coops' 2 is also up there. He spots him out right before, but his reaction time is very on point. Able to take out that 2 quite nicely.
And apparently, Coops shot his first clone. See how that plays out in the end.
So with the final clones here, the 3s push up the same way. Coops is going to need to resync early, but Dart knows exactly where he's going to be. Gives him that pre-fire near the end. It looks like Coops is still alive on point. Can Dart make it? Dart makes it to contest, and we are going to our overtime for this second match.
Overtime. Me personally, I just can't do overtime.
You can't do overtime? Well, that is why we're the casters, and these guys are the pros. Now Coops deciding to go for this double health pack steal on this side. He feels like that should help him out later in this OT. He is able to take out Dart on point, and Dart is going to have a very hard time resyncing now, as
Yep.
there is only. Oh, my mistake. Coops does have one health pack on his side, which I assume he will be taking right now with his own 2.
And in overtime, those health pack plays are very crucial to the game. Just making sure you know either where the health packs are or taking them so your enemy can't resync and possibly steal something from you.
Now, Coops had a very interesting play there. He did a full health pack steal with his 1, but with his 2, he actually steals a health pack from himself. He knows that he still has the health pack on his own side that he can come to whenever he needs, which, again, I will assume that he will do right immediately now. But you never know. Those health pack plays can be quite dicey. No, it looks like Coops does not even know about the health pack on his own side. He gets taken down, unfortunately, but you know who does know about it? Dart knows all about it. Dart is very easily able to take out the 1, 2, and 3, and a very easy cleanup on Dart. Very nice, well played.
Very nice, and that's another part of Quantum League. You think somebody has the game, it's looking in their favor, and then one thing gets out of sync, and just the rest of the game just changes completely.
Very much so, very much so. If Coops had gone for his own health pack on his own side, things might have turned out differently. But because they both went for that same health pack, Dart had every advantage, and Coops calls an actual throw.
It looks like during that race to the health pack, he missed a B-hop. That's the reason he
Good call
couldn't
on
get it
that.
there.
Now, once again, large amounts of pre-fire from Dacoops.
You can see some hanging back until the very end when they push in. It's very much something you see the pros do. A lot of hanging back. This game's a lot of waiting for a shooter game.
It is. It is a fair point. It is a fair point. And for this 2 here, Coops again staying with his clone on the left side. Then they spot each other out on top, and Coops wins that fight very nicely. They both resync at approximately the same time and push up, and Dart has every shot landing on his dome. Very well played from the Coops.
Very well played indeed. And we're going into the third here. If the third clone here, if Dart can take this, he'll take it and send it to a game 3. Unless Dacoops can save himself.
Now, Dart gets knocked down very early, very low, very early. He resyncs after he gets desynced. A fun little rhyme there. And Dart trying to kill off his Coops' clones. He gets the 1. Oh, he gets the 3, but he's not able to get the 1 and 2. And that will be a pretty... I don't know who's got the advantage on that one, because Dart has his 3 alive, which is definitely hard to deal with. But Coops is 1 and 2. Oh, with a direct shot from Dart. Very nice grenade. It looks like we should see... Ooh, this looks like a pretty basic point here. And Dart is able to win it out with a pistol.
No, it's going to happen with like a quarter health. And you see a lot of clones still alive here. There's not going to be many fresh places to go. I don't think there's any health packs left. Don't think.
I think you are correct. There are no health packs left. Coops with his 2 alive on point. He knows they're both low. Coops, oh, he gets nailed with a shotgun from distance. Coops has nothing to do now as Dart plays around, make sure he plays as many avoid strats as possible to make it as hard as possible for Coops' 3.
Yeah, no, Dart here with his 3. It's going to be on point.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that was the first instance of both the grenade launcher and the shotgun that we saw. Is that correct?
That's very true. That's the first time either of those guns have made their appearance.
So Dart's 3 is alive, but oh, he gets taken out by Coops' 3 early. Now Coops has to play the game. All he's got to do is kill these 1 and 2. They're going pretty fast, so if his aim is not on point, it could be difficult. That's the 1, and that's the 2. Very well played from the Coops, and that's a 2-2 going into this final round.
Tying it up, making this game even more high stakes here. It's neck and neck. Whoever takes this next point either wins or takes it to game 3, pushing it even further for this.
Now looking at chat, it does look like the predictions did go 50-50 on this one, so we should have a very accurately predicted game from both chat and this game. Looking very good.
All right, the final match here, both ones staying back, doing a lot of pre-firing, shooting it from different directions, just getting the map ready to where they want to be for the rest of the game.
Oh, they knock each other down almost identically. They played that almost entirely symmetrical, if you'll notice there. Looks like Dacoops is able to get the shot right at the end, and Dartkiller says on. Now,
Game where
Dart pushing up the same side while Coops pushing up the opposite. Dart is looking to try and get this pre-fire down. He does get a little bit off on him, and Coops a little bit more now. Coops is double on point, but he's not oh, he gets taken out right in the last second there.
low health here, and with the Coops having the pre-fire ability, not to mention any kind of dink in this game is huge, just because it lets you know how much health more you need to take away from them.
Mm-hmm. Now, Dart playing a very interesting strategy. He played all three of his clones on that left side ramp. He is able to take out Coops' 3 early here, but Coops resyncs, and Dart is able to take him out, but he doesn't see the 2! He doesn't see the 2! Oh, let's go into overtime.
First overtime.
First overtime of this round, but second overtime of the game. You are right on that. Both players now rushing up their respective ramps, looking to get some pre-fire down.
Jumping a point, fight in mid-air.
Looking like a little anime battle on point. Looking quite nice for going into this second clone. Or I guess you'll call it the 5th clone. Depends on how you want to play it. Looks like we got Dacoops alive on point with about half health, and Dart fully alive. Oh, with almost a great grenade shot. Misses just by a hair, and now he's going to have to deal with Coop pushing him heavy with all he's got is a grenade launcher. Dart knows he lost that once Coops got close, and Coop's able to clean up quite nicely. Now for this final OT, where are our final players?
So Coops is a fresh one, and Dart's going to be starting on point.
But he's also fresh. He has full health there, and he's got as many health packs as he wants to deal with. He takes out Coops' 2. He's looking for Coops' 3. Gets knocked down a little bit, but Dart is still full health. They're crashing the point now. Dart is getting knocked down. Oh, no! Somebody's still alive. I can't tell, but that's a definite OT in my book.
Going back into overtime. One of the more confusing things about this game is you have to be aware of which clone is the active clone. So when you go into shooting, you're not shooting a past clone. You're shooting the unpredictable one.
Correct. Now, Coops starting off this round with an early GG's. We'll see if that comes to play, as he is able to take out Dart's 1 as he gets to point. But knowing what we know from that overtime, it could be very difficult for really either player to win this. And if it's difficult for either player, then who knows? Oh, very nice shot from Dart to start it off. Dart tries to resync, but he cannot. He gets hit. And he is desynced, and it looks like, yes, there is no health pack, so we are just worried about Coops' 1 and 2, and they are both on point, fully healthy.
And here again, you see the importance of health pack plays. If you die and you know where the health packs are, then you can take the game back. But if they're all gone, then you can even sit and watch.
So it looks like we have a fresh clone for Dart while Coops is playing low. He is able to resync. He steals it from his 1. Dart is now at low health. Here we are and going into this final push here. Coops gets hit down to half. They are both at equal health here on point. Oh, Dart gets nailed. His 1 is still on point, and he goes down, and Coops resets it as he is not able to get on point. We are going into triple overtime for this final round.
Triple overtime for this high-stakes game. You see here in a game where point equals win. If you're not on point, can't get you just short.
Oh, very nice shot from Dart. A beautiful grenade shot. And he cleans it up very nicely at around 80% health going into the second clone. Very well played from Dart.
We've seen a nice bit of the grenade launcher in this match here too, from Dart at least. And most of them being some pretty great shots from afar or close.
Now, the second clone here looks like we've got SMGs coming out. I thought I might have heard a shotgun, but Coops is pulling out the grenade launcher now, trying to knock down that one. Dart pushing in with. He looks always just able to get. Oh no! He takes down Coops' 2 just as his own 1 takes him out. Dart has 1 clone on point, while Coops has to clean up the rest with his 3 here. Now, Coops is alive. That is scary. He has half health here. He needs to make something work. He needs to be tricky here. He's rushing to 3. He knows that this is his only shot. He's playing around this yellow barrier. Oh, he takes Dart. Oh my goodness, he takes down Dart. My voice hits octaves it's never hit, and Dart, dude, Coops gets hit by a grenade. And again, we are going to quadruple overtime. Somebody calm me down.
Back and forth here in the overtime. Going back into a clone 1 here, which is very low for Dart, and a fresh 1 for Coops. He gets a few hits on him. Dart's going to play back safe, see what happens, doing it all over again.
Being forced to play with that grenade launcher as he picked it in a past round, and Coops is very easily able to clean that up with some low health on Dart. I am blown away by this match, my dude. It is throwing us for every which loop. Now, Coops has his 2 on points while Dart is alive. Coops has full health, so he's going to run away quickly. I think he has the grenade launcher, so he is going to struggle. Yes, he does, so he's going to struggle to figure out exactly how to push this. They're both lobbing grenades left and right. Coops gets to point with some half health. And Dart takes out his 1, but not his 2. Once again, we are going neck and neck into this final loop. I would not be surprised by a quintuple overtime, my friend.
Overtime is definitely a possibility. You also see barrels are gone as well as health packs. Barriers are gone. There's not much but just a bare map to work with.
You are correct in that. Both players have full health 3s, though, which should make this very interesting. Dart hits him out early. Coops is down to half health, but Dart gets hit down by somebody else. Dart takes down, and he's able to take down the 1 and 2, and Dart comes in to stop that quintuple overtime. Very well played from both players. Has some resilience if I've ever seen it.
Dart taking the whole game. GG's for everybody as well. Just an intense game, overtime after overtime after overtime. You see it come through neck and neck the entire game. It's super exciting to watch.
And that means we're going to a game 3, if I'm not mistaken.
3 indeed.
All right, we'll see you guys in a few.
All right, game 3 here between Dacoops and Dart. This game determines who goes on and who gets left behind. We had a quadruple overtime last round. Let's see how neck and neck it is this round.
Yes, it is. Oh, and if you look at that, we've got some alternate characters there, Musi, don't we?
We have a Levka pick from Dart. As you know, Levka can see clones after they've been desynced. And we have a TOURE pick from Dacoops. Now, TOURE, again, I think we discussed this earlier. TOURE's ability has a shield as long as he's moving forward. He has a bit of extra health, just a little bit. Takes time to kill a little bit longer, so really got to play around that.
I think you're right there. And Dart on the Levka, she is able to see dead people like the Sixth Sense. So when Coops shoots and right after Coops dies, Dart will continue to see that clone. We'll see if that adds to the strategy here in this game 3. Now Levka pushes up the left side, Dart pushes up the left side here. Does not spot out Coops before he does, and Coops is going to jump down right on top of him, but Dart is able to out-aim him, and Dart takes that second clone with a little BM emote in the left side there. Now for our final clones here, Dart pushing up the right side banister. He gets knocked down quite a bit, and Coops also gets hit a little bit, although he's not ready. They both take the health back at the exact same time, knocking each other down almost equally. But Coops is on the point, and he can't take down Darts 2. We are going to our first overtime. Where have I seen this before?
Already overtime in the very first point match of the third game here. It's already intense. It's already neck and neck. There's a barrier on point. There's so much going on here. There's no more health packs.
Say that that barrier is going to cause some issues. Whose side is that on, actually?
It'll be on Coops' side.
That is on Coops' side. We'll see if that has any effect on how this round comes out. It does move around quite a bit. But looks like we have Coops with a fresh clone and Dart with a low one. Dart resyncs with Coops' health pack and takes out Coops' one while staying low himself. Dart gets knocked down and then rushes to point. He knows he's not going to have time to resync. That barrier gets moved a little bit off point. So we'll see if maybe the barrier wins this round. Who knows?
Equal win, and barrier seems to be on point.
Yeah, and as we all know, point equals wins. Ain't that right? Now, Levka hanging out behind this final barrier. He knows Coops' 3 is trying to resync on his own clone. Coops gets him down very quickly, and Dart has given up as he knows there is no other way to resync. Coops just cleaning up the point very much, and that is a solid win for Dacoops.
This first point's really big in the game. It's going to set a tone for the rest of the game. It's going to make Dart heat up, want to get those plays in better and try and get those points. And Coops is just going to want to keep up what he's doing here.
All right, going into this second round, I'm sure we are going to see some new strategies come out. I would love to see a rifle, Musi. I would love to see a rifle.
Rifle play would be very nice. Get some head dinks.
Those pre-fires from Dacoops, he's pre-firing better on TOURE than he did on Justin. But Dart knows that the pre-fire isn't everything, and he cleans them up near the end here, shooting at that dead clone because he can see him.
One of the advantages of being Levka, you don't have to guess where they're going to be. You can just point and shoot.
Now we've got Levka pushing up on the left side as well. They're both on the left side, although Dart is up on the ramp. Coops is playing around, trying to see if he can spot out the 2. He knows that Dart's 1 is dead, and he takes down Dart's 2. I'm not sure how... Did Dart take him... Did he take his own damage there? I'm not sure how he got so low.
I'm not sure. I didn't see myself.
It looks like he did try and grenade launcher strat there, and I'm not sure if it worked out for him. Now with his 3... No, I'm sorry, I am mistaken. He just got hit by something else. Now Dart's 3 is getting taken down very quickly by Coops' 3, and that would be a pretty solid point for Coops. He does get taken out by a barrel near the end there, but that does not matter as his 1 and 2 are still on point.
All right, now Coops, you see here, he's got 2 points. If he can take this next point, he would take this series. Dart's going to start heating up here, really pushing in to try and save himself here. And Coops is going to be pushing hard to take the win. All right, clone 1 here in the first clone of the third point. See him pushing in, pre-firing. Dart's going to be playing Sentinel on point. Just a nice little fight there with Coops taking the lead.
Yeah. Coops played that pretty safe on that barrier on the ramp there, so he should be able to keep that clone alive later. Dart now gonna rush up the right side. He gets shot out by somebody there. Looks like a little pre-fire from Coops. They're both up on the same thing. Dart gets hit down quite a bit. He's gonna try and take out the 1, it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry. He takes out the 2 while flying down. That is a 1 health win on Dart. Very well played. He knows he's down 2, but he's keeping it alive here very well. Now on these 3s, I think we will see Dart play some aggression here because he knows he needs to get these clones down. He's staying actually on his own side, just making sure that he can spot out Dart. And once he sees Coops' 3, he takes him down. He does not take him down, but he pushes towards him. He's rushing towards the point, and oh no, Coops with a 3-0. What happened there?
That is GG's. Dacoops going to take the game 3-0.
Now, Dart showed resilience in that last game. That really was a great game, but Coops came back strong here. He knew that a 3-0 would show everybody that who the player to win is, and Coops made it sane. Well played on Dacoops. Now, if I am not mistaken,